live Achish, the king of Gath.
David, my friend, have a seat here by my side. I would talk with you a moment.
Thank you, your majesty.
David, you are my friend, are you not?
I consider you a good friend, your majesty.
And I am your friend.
I sincerely hope so, sir.
For many weeks now I have given you sanctuary from your king, Saul. You have been helpful to me, winning battles and driving out enemies. I trust you. Today, for the first time, however, we make war against Israel, your country. I know you would be true to my trust, but, well, David, my lords and princes think otherwise. David, they protest against you going into battle with us. They are of the opinion that you might turn against us and fight on the Israelite side. I know you would do no such thing, but the lords and princes don't, so I must ask you and your men to leave and go back to Ziklag.
But what have I done to deserve this, your majesty?
Nothing, David, nothing. You are in my sight as an angel of God. However, as soon as it is light in the morning, you and your men must depart. I am sorry, David, my friend, but that is the way the Philistine lords and princes would have it.
Well, Joab, I guess we'd better go home. King Achish, or rather his princes, have forbidden us to accompany them in battle.
That is too bad, sir.
Oh, on the contrary, it was God's great mercy to me that prompted their decision. I will never cease to thank God that we were not allowed to go with them.
Why, sir? I would think that had you been in the enemy camp, you would have been in a position to help Israel.
Oh, think, Joab. If I had helped Israel, I would have been a traitor to King Achish, who has befriended me and who trusts me. If I had helped Achish, I would have been a traitor to my own people, my people, over whom God has appointed me to be king.
Oh, yes. Say you would have been caught in an impossible position.
All because I again failed to trust completely in God. I should never have sought refuge among God's enemies. I should never have deceived the Philistines. I lied to them by pretending to be loyal to them.
I, too, should have had greater integrity. My influence was not good.
I must ask God to help me gain the victory over my besetting sin. For lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. But now, Joab, tell the men to prepare for the return to Ziklag.
Yes, sir.
But when the men reached Ziklag, they beheld a scene of desolation. The whole city was a vast mound of smoldering ashes, and not one single inhabitant was left.
Oh, this is all my fault. I should never have joined the Philistines in the first place. If I had trusted in God, he would have found a way to save me from the wrath of King Saul. Instead, what did I do? I took things in my own hands and fled to the Philistines, and through open deception, fooled them into believing I had become one of them. And now this...
It is your fault, David. Because of you and your deception, we've lost our wives and children. Men, what shall we do about it? Do you think that stoning David to death is fair exchange for the lives of our wives and children?
Men, before you do anything foolish, I ask you to stop, think, and look about you. Do you see signs of dead bodies? Any sign at all? Our wives and children are not dead. The Amalekites have taken them prisoners. They still live. There is a chance that we can rescue them.
Oh, is this so, David?
I shall inquire of the Lord, and he will tell us what to do. O Lord of Israel, God of creation, Jehovah, sustainer of life, shall we pursue after the Amalekites? Will we overtake them and rescue our families from their clutches?
Pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all that the Amalekites have taken.
So David went, he and 400 men, for 200 were so faint and weary they could not cross over the brook Besor. And they pursued after the Amalekites. and on the way they came upon an Egyptian in a field.
Me hungry. Faint. Food.
Joab, give this boy some figs and raisins and water. Now, boy, who are you?
Me Egyptian. Servant of Amalekite master.
You were the servant to an Amalekite?
Me slave.
Here, drink this water and you'll feel stronger. Eat these raisins and figs.
Now, if you're the slave to an Amalekite, what are you doing all alone way out here in the wilderness?
Me sick. Me about to die. So master leave me here.
Were you among those who invaded and burned Ziklag?
Yes, we burned Ziklag with fire. Take women, children, and old men prisoners.
Can you lead us to this band of Amalekites?
If you promise not to give me back to Amalekite master, I'll show you the way to camp.
I promise.
There's the Amalekite camp, celebrating in victory and great spoils they took from the raid.
We will attack. A surprise attack. All right, men, we attack. Fight hard and bravely for God, for our country, and for our families. All right.
I want my family back.
David, sir, not one of our men is missing, dead, or even hurt. But the enemy, they are all killed, except for about 400 young men who escaped on camels. We have captured hundreds and hundreds of cattle and sheep and goats, and camels and many other things of value.
Well done, Joab. Tell the men to rest for a while and enjoy the company of their rescued loved ones.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, we were so glad to see you, David. For a time there, we despaired of ever being rescued. But we trusted in God and still somehow believed way down inside that we would be rescued.
And it's taught me a lesson. Never again will I deceive anyone, regardless of how difficult things may be, and how much I think it necessary to deceive. It isn't. God always has a way out. All we have to do is trust and believe and await God's pleasure.
Oh, David, my husband, I love you very much. So does God, or he wouldn't bless you and be with you as he is. Because of these experiences, David, you'll make a better, more understanding and just king of Israel.
An enemy sentry may hear us and...
What do I care? Tomorrow I die anyway.
Tomorrow you die?
That's what she said.
Huh? Oh, you mean that witch? Oh, well, you certainly don't believe her, your majesty. Why, she is nothing...
Tomorrow I die, Abner. Tomorrow Satan will exercise his power of death. The power I permitted him over me through my obedience to his will instead of the will of God.
Maybe she was wrong.
No, she was right. I forsook God. I sinned. Tomorrow I pay the penalty of sin and disobedience. Tomorrow there comes an end to a life that could have been filled with great success.
Cheer up, your majesty. All is not yet lost.
For me it is. It was lost the day I let wrong conquer right within my heart.
But we have a battle to fight, your majesty. The men are ready and waiting for your command to march into the fray. And for their sake, cheer up.
Yes, for their sake I must cheer up. Yes, for the sake of my men I must put on a false front. Something I am good at, for I have had much experience. Yes, much experience at many false things. I have lived falsehoods, believed lies, told lies, believed evil of everyone, done evil, been greedy of power, said many things.
Your majesty, the men await your command to march.
All right, Abner, all right. Men of Israel, today we face a mighty force of Philistine soldiers. Acquit yourselves like men. Men of Israel, men of God, show them by your conduct, by your valor and fierce fighting that Israel
is a nation of the living God of... Be brave, be valiant, and... All right, General. Give the word. Forward to the battle.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The battle rages. Saul's army is losing. Israelite men are falling everywhere, mortally wounded, dying.
How are we doing, General?
We are losing, Your Majesty.
Are you keeping something from me?
Your Majesty, it grieves me to have to tell you, but news just reached me that your son Jonathan, leading the left flank...
He was killed?
Yes, Your Majesty. He died gloriously, bravely.
My son Jonathan dead because of me. Oh. Now, about my other two sons, Abinadab and Melchishua.
They died too, sir. Gloriously, bravely.
Oh, now it is my turn.
Your Majesty, shall I go to the left flank and take command of Prince Jonathan's regiment?
Yes, do, General. By all means, do.
Long live the king.
How foolish I have been. Would that I could live over all the... But I can't. It's too late for that. Armor bearer.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come close to my side. We ride into the thick of the battle.
Your Majesty?
I've been hit. Run through by an arrow. Pull it out.
No, Majesty, I can't. You would bleed to death.
Then draw your sword and run me through. Put me out of my misery.
Kill my king? No, Your Majesty.
That is a command. Run me through, lest the uncircumcised Philistines come and torture and abuse me.
No, Your Majesty.
You refuse to obey me?
In this instance, yes, Your Majesty. I cannot kill my king.
Then I shall kill myself. Like this.
Your Majesty, you fell on your sword. Oh, he is dead. I will be blamed. I'll kill myself in honor. Like my king, I shall fall upon my own sword.
The battle ended. Saul died, and his 3 sons with him, and all his men that same day together. And it came to pass on the morrow in the camp of the Philistines that their king said unto the captains, Men of Philistia, you've fought a good battle. The Israelites are defeated. They have fled their cities, and we are the victors. Do the prizes of war. So take your men and get you to the scene of the battle, and look what there is of value, and take it and bring it to me.
Yes, look at this. A jeweled bracelet. It must have belonged to his wife or sweetheart. Well, it belongs to me now. Sergeant, come here a minute. This is the real booty of war. Will my king be surprised when I bring him this?
You called, sir?
Yeah, you see this dead soldier? Do you know who he is?
He's an awfully tall and big man, whoever he is. Is he King Saul?
He is King Saul. He was King Saul. Right now, he becomes the means whereby I can gain the favor of our king. Here, help me put him on my horse. I shall take him and present him to the king.
So he killed himself, fell upon his own sword. Fit ending for such a cruel and selfish king as he was. Captain, cut off his head.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And strip the armor off his body. By the way, Captain, weren't there any bracelets or other valuable jewels on him? Wasn't there a crown on his head?
Oh, no, Your Majesty. I brought him to you just as I found him.
Well, someone must have gotten to him before you did and has stolen them.
Obviously, Your Majesty.
Captain, I'm going to give you the honor of properly disposing of King Saul's head, body, and armor.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
The head, I want you to send it on a platter to all parts of Philistia to display and thus publish our victory over Israel.
It shall be done, Your Majesty, with much pomp and ceremony.
That is exactly what I want. And the body, fasten it to the wall of Bethshan, for all to see and spit upon.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Give the armor to the priest for display in the shrine of our god Ashtoreth.
It's with honor and pleasure that I carry out my king's wishes.
I should very much like to see the faces of some of the Israelites when they witness the inglorious end of their evil king.
Imagine, Abigail, how I felt, how any of us felt when we returned to Ziklag and found it in ruins and our families gone, taken captive by the Amalekites. We despaired of ever seeing you again.
And how do you think I felt, David? Have you ever been a woman and taken captive by an enemy to be made a slave?
Oh, hardly. I can only imagine how you must have felt.
It would have been worse than death.
It's so wonderful to have you back again and safe.
And I thought I'd never see you again. The Amalekites were getting so drunk that there was no telling what they might have done to us.
But we arrived and rescued you just in time.
Thanks be to God.
Yes, the Lord has blessed us again. Now, back home to Ziklag, even though there's nothing but ashes remaining.
Hard work will rebuild the house, and love will make it a place of happiness and joy.
How's the reconstruction going, Joab?
Beginning to shape up, David, sir.
How long do you think it'll take?
Just a few days, sir.
Well, dear, the place is beginning to look like a city again. It's surprising what can be done in 3 days when one's heart is in it.
Thanks to you, David.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I had an interesting conversation with one of your soldiers while you were away, and I found out...
Yes? Well, who was it?
I believe his name was Zahira.
Zahira? What did he want?
Well, he came shortly after... Good morning.
Good morning. Is David here?
No, but I expect him back within the hour. Would you care to wait?
Oh, no. I'm just on my way home after purchasing this lumber. I'd better get on and be about my building. I just thought I'd stop and say thank you to David. Tell him I was here, will you?
Why, I'd be happy to.
Oh, and tell him thanks for dividing the spoils of war as he did. Otherwise, I'd have had nothing with which to rebuild my home. Nothing.
Of course I shall tell him, but... Well, aren't the spoils of war always divided among the soldiers? David was merely following the custom. Is any special thanks due to him?
Oh, hasn't he told you? When we were pursuing the troops who'd stolen our families, our march was so rapid that many of us became too exhausted to travel further. So at the brook Besor, everybody threw down his pack, taking only the necessary equipment. The rest of the equipment was left there. And those of us who were too tired or ill to keep up the pace stayed behind and guarded the extra stuff.
You were one of the ill ones?
Yes. And when the others returned in triumph, some wanted the spoils divided only among those who rescued the prisoners. Then I'd have had my family, yes, but nothing with which to build or repair a home for them.
But now you can build?
Yes, for David insisted that every soldier have an equal share. God bless that righteous man. Please give him my sincere...
So as I said, David, thanks to you. And also, David, you're everywhere at once, encouraging and helping and suggesting. Well, you're the push behind the cleaning up and rebuilding of Ziklag.
You're just prejudiced in my favor.
I do love you, if that's what you mean.
That's exactly what I mean, Abigail. Oh, it's my fault that we got into this mess in the first place. So why shouldn't I do all I can to repair the damage? Oh, don't look at me like that. It is my fault. If I had trusted God as I should have, I'd never have gone to the Philistines for protection and asylum. And we wouldn't be trying to rebuild a burned city. Instead...
Uncle David, sir, this man wishes to see you.
Oh, thank you, Joab. And you needn't bow yourself to the ground in obeisance. I'm not a king or a prince. Arise and state your mission.
I am come with a message of great importance, Your Grace.
Where do you come from?
Well, I am a soldier in the army of Israel. I have but 2 days ago escaped out of the camp of Israel.
How's the battle against the Philistines going?
We lost the battle, sir. The people of Israel have fled from the towns and cities on both sides of the Jordan River. The king's army is no more, for his soldiers have fallen and dead. And King Saul and Prince Jonathan are dead also.
Prince Jonathan is dead?
Yes, sir. Oh, so is the king. Here, sir, are his crown and jeweled bracelets.
How can you be sure that the king and the prince are dead?
Well, sir, by chance I happened upon Mount Gilead and beheld King Saul had been hit by a swift-flying arrow and had fallen upon his spear. He was severely wounded, yet the chariots and horsemen of the Philistines followed hard after him.
Go on.
Well, sir, when King Saul looked behind him and saw me, he said unto me, Come here, young man. And I went unto the king. Then he said to me, Who are you? And I answered and said, I am a stranger, an Amalekite. Then the king said, Fall upon me, I pray thee, and slay me, for anguish has come upon me, because I am still alive, and the Philistines are hard after me, and will capture and torture me. Then I obeyed his command, and stood upon him, and slew him, for I knew he could not live. Then did I take the crown from his head, and the bracelets from his arm, and have brought them hither unto my lord.
And David and all of the men of Ziklag rent their clothes, and mourned and wept, and fasted until even for Saul, and for Jonathan his son, and for the people of Israel.
Joab, send for the young man who gave us the news of King Saul and Prince Jonathan. You said that you slew King Saul at his command?
That is correct, sir.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm the son of a stranger, an Amalekite.
You're acquainted with the laws of Israel?
I am, sir.
Then you know the law. Why were you not afraid to stretch forth your hand to destroy Saul, the anointed of God? Sergeant, come here. You're an Amalekite, and by your own admission, you're acquainted with the Israelite laws.
Yes, sir. And I know when one does an Israelite a favor, he will be rewarded. I've killed your enemy. I've brought you valuable possessions of the one I slew. Do I not, by Israelite laws and systems, get paid for these things?
By your own admission, you've committed a crime for which, by the law of Israel, you're guilty of high treason, for laying hands upon and slaying an anointed of God. Thy blood be upon thine own head, for thy mouth hath testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. The penalty is death.
And David lamented with this lamentation over Saul and over Jonathan his son.
The beauty of Israel is slain. The mighty is fallen. From the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan turned not back. The sword of Saul returned not empty. The mighty is fallen. The mighty is fallen in the midst of battle. O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thy high places. My brother Jonathan, very pleasant hast thou been to me. Thy love to me was wonderful and strong. The mighty is fallen.
David, dear,
Yes, Abigail?
you're sad, despondent. You seem depressed. Why?
Problems, I guess. Indecisions, doubts, uncertainty.
Is there any way I can help?
You are a help to me, Abigail, in more ways than one. Understanding, sympathy, and warmth. You're a true wife, dear, and well, I just don't know what to do now that King Saul is dead. Should I or should I not proclaim myself king? If I don't, Abner or someone else might step in and take the crown. Trouble might ensue. If I do, there are those who might say I'm forcing myself upon Israel.
God chose you as the next king, and you have been thus anointed. May I make a suggestion, David?
Of course.
Take your problems to God and let Him solve them. He'll give you an answer.
Thanks, Abigail. You are a true wife, a comforter and a help in times of trouble. O Lord God of Israel, shall I go up into any of the cities of Judah, or shall I remain here in Ziklag?
Go up.
Whither shall I go up, O Lord?
Go unto Hebron.
I'm so proud of you, David. Soon you shall be king of Israel. Just think of it. And you were chosen by God Himself.
But it's a great responsibility, and it weighs heavy upon my shoulders. But with God's help and blessing, I will fulfill my duties with dispatch and justice.
And with this oil, the authority of God and the will of the people, I anoint thee, David, son of Jesse, as king, king of the tribe of Judah. Long live the king! Long live the king!
Meanwhile, in another part of Israel, General Abner is talking to another group.
My dear fellow Israelites, as you well know, I am the most distinguished man in Israel today. Yet I have no undue ambitions for myself. I would not think to declare myself king as that David has just done in Hebron. Rather, I proclaim that the rightful heir to the throne of Saul is his son Ishbosheth. It is, therefore, with great pleasure and the assurance of your support and loyalty that I herewith and now proclaim Ishbosheth king, king of all Israel.
Long live King David.
Yes, Joab.
I am delighted to inform His Majesty that the people of Judah promise to remain true to you and your crown, even though the son of the former king sits on the rival throne in Mahanaim. The people shall work and pray without ceasing for the success of His Majesty's reign.
Oh, thank you, Joab, and thank the people too, will you?
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Joab, you and I have gone through much together. We've fought and worked and prayed together. You've been a great help and comfort to me, and a powerful, hard-working general. The same thing can be said of Abner, King Saul's commander-in-chief. Through long association with Saul, Abner no doubt has the same feeling of hate for me that Saul had. So and I expect, Joab, that we'll have trouble with Abner.
If His Majesty will only forget the matter, his general will take care of Abner if and when the necessity arises.
Thank you, Joab.
Abner, Ishbosheth's general, wishes to meet me at the pool of Gideon?
That is the message I was to give you, sir.
But why? Why does he want me to meet him there?
I know only, sir, what I was told, that you are to bring with you a regiment of the young men of David's army.
Ah, a championship bout. Tell Abner I'll be there with the best champions of all David's army, if he has the courage to be there.
Have you chosen your champions?
I have. And you, Abner, son of Satan?
Let the young men now arise, then, and enter into a test of strength.
Let them at it. All right, men, up and at them for King David and Judah. Are your 12 ready, Abner?
My 12 are ready.
1,
2,
3,
4,
go! All 24 are slain. Each slew his opponent. Nothing is decided, Abner, son of evil. So, shall we engage in battle?
The 12 are of equal strength. So, Joab, foolish general of a foolish king, we shall face each other in actual combat. Into the fray, man!
For God and country, men, subdue Abner and his men. Forward,
And there was a sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten and his army before the servants of David.
Well, we beat them. Abner's on the run. I'm going after him, Joab, may I? You're a fast runner, Asahel. You should be able to overtake him. Permission granted. Thank you, brother. The fastest runner in all Israel. Asahel, my brother. He'll catch Abner.
Someone's following me. Whoever it is, he's a fast runner. Aren't you Asahel, brother of General Joab?
I am Asahel.
Why don't you pursue one of the young armor-bearers and take the armor for yourself?
I'm after you, Abner, and I'll get you, so you better run fast.
Yes, I guess I had better. I can't outdistance him. He's a fast runner. Asahel, why don't you pursue someone else?
I told you, I'm after you.
If you come one step nearer, I'll smite you to the ground. And how could I ever face your brother Joab if I slew his younger brother?
I'm coming after you, Abner.
Come on.
You were with Saul so long that you have become like he was, headstrong, evil, and...
Next time, Joab had better send a man.
And they took up Asahel and buried him in the sepulchre of his father in Bethlehem. And there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, but David became stronger and stronger, while the house of Saul became weaker and weaker. Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, king and ruler of Israel, enters and sits upon the throne. Bow the knee.
Long live the king!
Scribe, what is first on today's docket? I want to go to the other side of the cliff.
His Majesty right away and to demand of him...
You will await your turn and approach the throne only when permission is granted. While we're at it, I want to know upon what authority you visited my father's concubine.
You questioning me about anything I do or say?
I am king. My word is law. You will obey it the same as all the rest of Israel.
Am I a dog's head that you dare talk to me thus? It was I who put you upon the throne of Israel. I could have delivered it to David, and don't forget that, your majesty.
I am king. My word is law. You will obey me.
I am the power behind the throne. I can still put David on this throne. Then he will rule all Israel, even from Dan to Beersheba. Now, do I get to see you, or must I wait my turn, your majesty?
Audience granted, Abner. General of the armies, state your business.
I don't think I even want to see you now. I can take this message to David. Deliver it to him in person. Say unto him, whose land is Israel? Who is king of Israel? Then say unto him that Abner wishes to enter into league with David to bring all Israel under his rule. Make haste and bring his reply directly to me.
Return to General Abner, and tell him that I will make a league with him under one condition, that he bring Michal, Saul's daughter, who was my wife, with him when he comes to see me. When you have delivered that message to Abner, seek an audience with King Ishbosheth, and say unto him that David, son of Jesse, instructs Ishbosheth, son of Saul, to deliver unto me my wife Michal, which I wed when Saul was king of Israel, and whom Saul later gave to Phaltiel as his wife.
So, David demands I return Michal to him, does he? Well, I guess I'd better comply with his demand. Scribe! Send to the home of Phaltiel, son of Laish, and bring Michal back with you. If Laish objects, tell him that you are merely obeying your king's orders.
Take Michal back to become the wife of David? Never! Never!
The king's word is law. He must be obeyed.
Michal, do you want to go back to David?
Messenger, I will go with you at once.
I forbid it. You must stay with me. I'm the...
Let us go, messenger.
No! No, I won't let you. I'll go along. Don't go back to David. Stay with me. Please stay with me. You and I have been happy together. Why spoil it all by going back to David?
And they came to Bahurim, where General Abner met them.
Go back to your home, Phaltiel. Michal has to go back to King David. It's orders.
And the man obeyed Abner and turned about and went home. Then Abner went about Israel campaigning for David, to make David king over all Israel instead of only the tribe of Judah.
Elders of Israel, in times past ye sought for David to be king over you. Now is your chance. Do it. Make David your king. For the Lord has spoken of David, saying, By the hand of my servant David will I save my people Israel out of the hand of the Philistines, and out of the hand of all their enemies.
And Abner went to Hebron to speak in the ear of David. 20 men were with him. And David made Abner and his men a feast.
Abner, it's good to see you again, especially as friends, not enemies. How are things with you, personally?
Well, I'm worried, David. Ishbosheth isn't very bright. Well, he's not an idiot, but he certainly is not qualified to be king. That's why I offered to cast my lot and influence to your side.
Oh, thank you, Abner.
I will arise and go and will gather all Israel unto my lord the king, that they will make a league with you, that you are to reign over them and do all that is in thy heart.
Arise, my friend, and go in peace. May the Lord bless your efforts and prosper you. Audience granted.
Long live the king.
I'm in a good mood, Joab. So most anything you want, you can have. Just name it.
I don't want anything for myself, Your Majesty. But I would like to know why you saw and befriended Abner in my absence.
Because I think it's the proper thing to do, don't you?
No, sir. Abner is a traitor. He is unprincipled. He is full of ambition for himself and only himself.
Those are pretty harsh words, Joab.
Not harsh enough, Your Majesty. Abner came here for one purpose, to deceive you. I know not what he said nor what he wanted, but of one thing I am sure, absolutely sure. He is a spy. He came to find out if he could your coming in and your going out and all that you plan to do. And you received him in peace and sent him away in peace.
Why, Joab, I believe you're jealous of Abner.
My duty is to protect you, Your Majesty. And Abner came here not to make friends, but
I appreciate your interest and concern, Joab, but I'm sure you're wrong about Abner. He came here offering peace between his faction of Israel and mine. He offered to make me king over all.
At what price? That he become your commander-in-chief?
No, nothing was said of that, Joab. As far as I'm concerned, you are my commander-in-chief, and always shall be.
Thank you, Your Majesty. May I withdraw?
Permission granted.
Long live the king. Sergeant, go after Abner. Catch up with him on the double and give him this message. Tell him that King David wishes to see him at once.
Abner, sir! Abner! Someone's calling me. Whoa! Looks like a royal messenger. Probably from King David.
Whoa! Abner, sir, King David wishes to consult further with you and asks you to return to Hebron.
The king commands, I obey. Hello, king! Well, if it isn't General Joab.
Greetings, General Abner. Welcome to Hebron. The king sends his greetings. However, he wishes me to inform you of certain things that shall come to pass when you come before him. If you will please dismount and come into the gatehouse, I shall do as the king commanded.
Happy to. Now, General Joab, just what is it? What are you going to do?
Remember how you stuck your spear through my brother Asahel? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. To you. To avenge the death of my brother Asahel.
And when David heard of it,
I and my kingdom are guiltless before the Lord forever from the blood of Abner. Let the blame rest forever upon the head of Joab, and on all his father's house. And may the house of Joab never be without one who is leprous, or that leaneth on a staff, or that falleth on the sword, or that lacketh bread.
And they buried Abner in Hebron. And King David lifted up his voice and wept at the grave of Abner. And all the people wept with him.
How much further to Hebron? I'll surely be glad to get there, and I imagine this horse will too. He must be pretty tired.
We're almost there. In fact, I think you'll be able to see the valley when we get to the top of this hill.
You were right. I can see Hebron. Say, it looks larger than I remember it. Of course, I haven't been there since I was a child. Look at all those tents.
Yes, there seem to be hundreds of tents pitched out on the edge of the city. And don't I see flags flying? Looks to me like they're having some kind of a celebration.
Yeah, we'll have to ask the next person we meet what all the excitement's about.
But haven't you noticed we haven't met anyone all day?
Well, you're right. I hadn't noticed, though, till you spoke of it. Come to think of it, we haven't passed anyone either. And everyone must be there already. Something big must be going on.
Well, we'll soon be there now, and then we'll find out. Pardon me, sir, but you must be having a celebration of some sort. Your city looks gala enough for a king.
That's right. That's exactly why it is so festive. David's going to be crowned king of all Israel. Where have you been that you haven't heard?
Oh, we've come from Athens and have just arrived in town. David? You mean that boy that killed Goliath?
Yeah, the same. Of course, that was years ago. He's quite a handsome man now. He'll make a regal-looking king. And he's as good as he is handsome, different from Saul.
Well, I'm glad we got here today. This'll be fun. I suppose there'll be chariot races and combats and foot racing?
Well, there were yesterday, but the preliminaries are all finished. In just a few minutes now, the coronation ceremonies will begin. Now, come with me. My family's been assigned a good viewing place. I'm sure we can find room for you.
The hour of the coronation drew near. All the elders of Israel were assembled, and more than 8,000 priests and Levites were ready to serve in the ceremonies. David, the man who had been expelled from the court of Saul, who had fled to the mountains and hills and to the caves of the earth to preserve his life, was about to receive the highest honor that can be conferred upon man by his fellow men. Priests, clothed in the garments of their sacred office, generals and soldiers with glittering spear and helmet, and strangers from faraway places stood to witness the coronation of the chosen king. David himself was arrayed in kingly robes. The royal guard, captained by Benaiah, the chief champion among champions, stood stiffly and proudly at attention. All those who had befriended David during the fugitive sojourn in the wilderness and helped him survive the continuous threat of King Saul had a special place in the coronation exercises. The members of his immediate family sat in places of honor. The time had come.
Members of the royal family, officers of the court, lords, ladies, guests, soldiers, and fellow countrymen, we are here at the direction of God, the same God who delivered our forefathers out of Egyptian bondage. We are here to complete the anointing of a king chosen by God over 15 years ago. Samuel, that great man and prophet of God, anointed David in prophetic ordinance. And now we complete that anointing and ordination. David, son of Jesse, chosen of God, I bid you bow in humbleness upon thy knees. With this oil, David, son of Jesse, and at the command of God, I now anoint you king, king of all Israel. Do you, David, solemnly swear that you will, to the best of your knowledge and ability, act in accordance with God's will in the ruling of his people?
I do.
And do you realize that you are to become, as king, God's vicegerent in Israel?
I do.
Do you consecrate your all to the office of king of Israel?
I do.
By the will of God and the choice of all Israel, I herewith place in your hand the royal scepter, symbol of the power and might of the office of God's vicegerent and king of Israel. Do you promise to use the power and influence that goes with being king to the betterment of Israel and at the instruction and will of God?
I do.
The covenant of the righteous sovereignty has already been written and read aloud to the people here assembled. And do you, the people of Israel, swear allegiance to David and give your pledge of loyalty? O God of Abraham and Isaac, God of creation, God of Israel, we thank thee for this man whom thou hast chosen to rule over Israel. Be with him, give him the strength and the will to follow after thee all the days of his life, and wisely to judge and rule Israel. Amen. David, upon your head I place this diadem, token of your jurisdiction as ruler of Israel. And now, upon the authority vested in me by God through Moses, I pronounce you, David, son of Jesse, king over all Israel.
Israel now has a king by divine appointment. And David reigned and grew great, and the Lord God of hosts was with him.